deteriorating as it all could be, when they get away with it, that's really the true crime.
NANI?!
Dynamite! I know what you're thinking. Another day in America, another situation where cops don't know how to behave. But I often hear the argument. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot to tell y'all who I am. My name's Hero. This is the Identity Booth. Could y'all like, share, and subscribe? Stop making me repeat myself. No, I'm just playing. I don't mean it. I love you guys. Let's talk about this situation right here. It's really not a laughing matter. Now, I want you to look at the date of this article, right? And I want to show you how messed up the world really is. The date of this article is August 25th, 2022 at 5 a.m. PT time, right? The date of that is important. Let's check out this video real quick, right?
This type of conduct obviously cannot be tolerated anywhere in our society.
Two former police officers are facing criminal charges and the ire of the district attorney and their former chief after being charged with spray painting a swastika inside a car. 29-year-old Christopher Tomsic and 28-year-old Cody Weldin are the former Torrance officers who have pleaded not guilty to charges of felony vandalism and conspiracy to commit vandalism. The city says both left the department in 2020, but they're not the only cops in trouble. The DA says...
Keep in mind, they left. They left. They didn't get fired. They left. They got to keep their pension and they got to keep all their benefits. And if you remember in the very beginning of the video, the police chief said, "We will not accept bigotry or racism." You sure did accept that. Even within the same video, this video is less than 3 minutes long. They can't hold each other accountable in a 3-minute long video. It's impossible. Their words mean nothing at this point.
As the investigation revealed at least 13 other officers exchanging racist, homophobic, and anti-Semitic messages. They're all now on administrative leave.
Let me be clear. I will aggressively pursue any form of racism, bigotry, hate, or misconduct at the Torrance Police Department.
It's unacceptable, but it becomes doubly unacceptable when we have the people that are sworn to protect all of us to engage in this behavior.
DA George...
It's really not that unacceptable, really. But the reason why the date is so important, because if you look at the date here, this video, if you remember in the video, they said 2020, but the date of this video is dated back to 2018. So this video is super old. But this is the video that popped up when I typed in the same police department, the Torrance Police Department of Los Angeles. When I typed their name in, the Torrance Police Department in California, this video popped up first. And it wasn't until I specified the new racist accusations that I now got the proper video for it, which is this one. So let's talk about this. New, you see the word there? New racist text revealed Torrance cops talked about hurting and killing black suspects. The day after Torrance police shot Christopher DeAndre Mitchell in 2018, his mother and dozens of his loved ones staged a protest outside the department headquarters. At the same time, a group of officers, including the two who had killed Mitchell, were discussing the situation via text. Was going to tell you all that those niggers, family members, are all pissed off in front of the station, one wrote, according to court documents recently reviewed by The Times. Court records show the officers later mused about what might happen once the identities of those who shot the 23-year-old became public. Gun cleaning party at my house. When they released my name, one asked. it's kind of mind-boggling when you think about it. And I just want to know what happened to those other dudes, right? Who drew the swastika,
type of conduct,
who drew the swastika and said not guilty. We didn't do that, but they left of their own accord. What was their name? I'm gonna Google it and find it. But it's mind-boggling to me that every opportunity we get to, like, it's one of those things where it becomes not harder for me to believe, because nothing that police do will ever surprise me ever again. The problem that I have is, when are we going to, like how much more data do we need to show that they're not a functioning system that can actually do anything of relevance for the community? Like, we know that the money spent on them does not benefit the community at all. It hurts the community more. Black men die at the hands of police more than anything else in this country. And you know what's quickly following behind? Black women, black children, and people of poor socioeconomic status entered pleas for felonies. They some bitches. 2 former Torrance police officers pled not guilty Thursday, spraying swastikas on an impounded car. Both of these asswipes entered a plea to felony charges of vandalism and conspiracy to commit vandalism. The Los Angeles County District Office announced in January 2020 the 2 were with a group of officers in the Los Angeles suburbs who answered a report about 3 men stealing mail from an apartment building. They were led into a car that was suspected of having been used in the crime, the DA office said. The vehicle was taken out of the Torrance placed on the Neither of the men work for the department anymore, police said. That's interesting. So they pled guilty to felony charges. So that's, at least there was some accountability. They're felonies, and they're felons, so they can never work at a police department again. But this story is mad interesting for a couple of reasons. And it's one, what are the steps and process for these people to keep gaining access? And why isn't there a higher standard or higher order of standard that is being required by our police departments, right? That are being required of people who are in charge of holding and bearing arms against us. They shouldn't be allowed to be able to roam freely and do these type of things, but yet we find ourselves in these situations constantly asking ourselves, should these people be allowed to do this? And it doesn't really matter when this happened. As soon as it gets known to us, we have to say something. We have to keep bringing these type of things up. We can't grow numb to it. We can't become indifferent to it. It's my job, my obligation to bring it up. And as annoying and as heart deteriorating as it all could be, when they get away with it, that's really the true crime. And if it means just me posting this and making a video about this will get this the notoriety it deserves, so be it. I want to see all these officers suffer consequences, for legal consequences, because for them, they would much rather just sit on a lawn chair in a firing squad, as one of them said. They have this mentality where they can't help the fact that that they feel inferior to us. And it's weird because black people don't waste their time thinking about people like this. Black people just don't waste their time or energy thinking about people on this level. And the amount of energy that racist people give to people that they're supposed to not like is crazy to me. Because when there's someone I don't like, I literally can't find time for them. And that's crazy.